Why are you sacrificing with babies?
I'm gonna kill this one.
My erectile is not dysfunctional.
Let's use our president, for example.
Are you over 10,000 kilometers away from South Africa?
Conspiracy theorists.
I can open the door for you to join the Illuminati.
Good evening, everyone.
NippyCast.
Hey, how's it, guys? NippyCast again, back at your episode 30 something. Is this the part where we don't know how to count, or is it because there's some episodes that we don't know if we're still gonna broadcast while we're still editing?
Yeah.
Because we're like, what, a bunch of episodes ahead. Because I know this can the type of content we have now can run for another month or so, even if you don't record anything.
Yeah.
So, you think this mic is friendly with you there when you're that far?
No, it is. This is a very proper mic.
Hey, this thing of
I
running.
don't know if there's any word called very proper. Is there a word called very proper? No, if there's very nice, very beautiful, very proper can fit in there.
No, very, very, very proper. Wouldn't proper mean that it's already very something. It's like saying very impeccable. So it's beyond perfection.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you want us to go to the dictionary so early?
No, let's not go to the dictionary. It's the language of English. It always expands.
Hey, it drops us all the time.
You know, who knew that one day we'll be having bling bling in the Oxford Dictionary?
Is it there?
You want to verify that? You can check it.
Okay.
Bling bling.
No, but before we start, you all know Mega. He hasn't been with us for a while now. Were you AWOL or were you in another country? Where were you?
I was all over the show.
Now he's back here.
By all over the show, I mean I was there behind the scenes during editing, just not here.
Okay.
Behind the screen.
Welcome back, Mega. So what am I looking for? Yeah.
You're looking for bling bling. I want to show how much.
Your argument is what? It's in the Oxford.
It's in the Oxford dictionary. Bling bling.
Okay.
So there I'm contesting to put my very what that? Very proper.
Very proper. Yeah, because for me, I think you don't have to emphasize. Somebody told me the other time, Uri, when you say me, I, you don't have to say me, I'm going. You just say I'm going.
I am going.
Yeah. Because when you say me, it's you and I is you. So you're putting an emphasis of what it is, and it's not necessary.
There's a song ring me, myself, and I. You don't know that song?
Yeah. I think that one. I don't know, but would you use it in a speech, like at a boardroom? Would they allow you to use that?
Yeah, you know, boardrooms have become very casual these days. And I guess it's something some of us who are not in the corporate have just gotten to know, that the more casual you sound, the more confident you actually appear. Yeah, what do you say?
Or the more streetwise you appear to be. Okay, yeah, no, well, it looks like it's there. Should read the meaning. It's there on the Oxford Learner's Dictionary. It's a noun. So it says it means expensive, shiny jewelry and bright, fashionable clothes worn in order to attract attention to yourself.
Bling bling.
And then, for example, she has a fake tan and wears too much bling. And then another one is join our community to access the latest. Oh, no, this is just them advertising themselves. But this we're just reading this straight from Oxford Dictionary. So the term exists. So now, what was the other one? Proper what?
I had said very proper.
Very proper.
I doubt.
I don't think we'll find it.
I doubt it's very proper.
No, but that one we can use our own discretion. It's like emphasis. It's emphasis.
So you can actually use it and quote me. Yeah. Say you had it from Mega.
Oh, you're gonna patent it.
I should.
You just started a word, baby. Starting a word.
I don't know if you patent anything such as a word, you get any royalties. Because every time if anyone says anything related to you,
I don't know how it works.
Like the guy that now went and painted the word bling bling. Do you think they're getting paid every time we say bling?
But how do you measure who's saying what?
Yeah.
For example, the weirdest one that landed in the dictionary of Oxford was back then when Beyonce used to have a song, man. What's this? She had a song. I think it was
Not the one.
Petilicious. Is it Beyonce or the group that she was under?
Petilicious.
Petilicious. Was it what was Beyonce's group again?
Destiny's Child.
Yeah. Didn't they have either Beyonce or them? They had a song called Petilicious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. No. I know the song. I didn't know that it went on to the thing.
It was. I think it was one of the first few.
I'm just glad it's not that one. Scrap. Because now
you will never know. But I remember Petilicious was probably the first ones from the streets, from the informal sector, to walk into the official Oxford Dictionary. Because there was a time when I was doing a communications training with this other Magogo. She's been training for like 50 years now. So I asked her.
You know, I'm laughing because I'm thinking, do you want to explain what Petilicious means?
No, I don't. No. It was not part of the class. I'm sure it was before the song that Beyonce did.
But I want to know, what does Petilicious mean?
It means a big bomb. No, because we asked her, how often do you go back and meet with is it a committee of language? And they sit down and discuss words, new words, old words.
I don't know how the process goes.
Yeah, she did explain it. It was a while ago, almost 15 years ago, when she was telling this thing. So, but now ever since they started putting on words like Petilicious, words are just going in there, like bling bling. Who would have ever thought that
bling,
Oxford
bling
University would acknowledge bling bling?
I'm just thinking in our own languages now, right? For instance, Indish. This is Zulu now. Indish refers to a dish.
Wait. This okay in Chivenda Ndishi. It's a basket, or is it a basket or bucket? Basket or bucket, one of the two. The big one that you would wash in. That's Ndishi.
No, we also refer to it that as Indish and cool.
And then you'll have Ndishi for eating. Also, you'll use both. You use for both.
I'm thinking these guys had to sit down and think, okay, what are we gonna call this? Like Makale Kikin. Kiki is a pocket. Makala is something that cries or that rings, that makes a loud sound.
What does it mean?
A cell phone. I'd love to be one of those that sit in those committees, because there's so many. I wonder what they call
Take forever.
Oh, blue tick in Zulu. Blue ticking.
Well, it's so difficult because more often than not, they want to convert these words directly, because there was a time when I would do interviews on a station called Parapara. Like, you know, those ones when you're talking about your song or gig guides or whatever, or talking about projects, whatever that the topic is.
Yeah.
So I was told that my Chivenda is not clean. Like clean, like, you know, like, you know that one where you're speaking
I know.
ethnicity.
The dialect is not
the dialect is off sync, but because I know Chivenda very well. I did Chivenda first language. I know how to write it, but when I speak, I want to speak. If I'm speaking to people, I want to speak in the manner that they will understand me. I'm not gonna come here and pull out some word that died 100 years ago just because it's a Chivenda deep word and then I'm on air. No, if I'm saying like you're saying the ticking. Blue ticking. I'm not gonna go there in Venda while I'm on air and look for that word. I'm gonna say Romo blue tick. Don't even think of it. Don't even try, because we won't have it. Because the other day I even asked, there were some people that were saying, your Venda is not clean. I was like, okay, cool, guys. So what? Tell me. They can count money, right? They've got Bondo, Mafumi, Madana, Mini, whatever. They've got a counting system. We've got numbers. We can go on about them, right? And they will laugh at me if I fuck it up now, right? But the point is that we can count, but we count to a specific point. You know?
So they don't get over a million.
We don't.
Do you even get to a million?
My man, our counting vocabulary at Chivenda, I think it's 1,000 rands, which is Chigidi. Chigidi, do you know what Chigidi is? Now we're going back.
I don't know Chigidi.
Yeah, then you will multiply it, but you'll run out of it until like 100,000 rands. You will use another. We've got 100, so you can say 100,000 Chigidi, whatever, with another 100. I think 100. There's a number for it, but the last number, in the spectrum, well, there's a lot of numbers in the spectrum, but the last, Ndichigidi, which is 1,000, our vocabulary of counting ends there. So now they can play with it until 500,000, 900,000, 1 million, 2. So the other day they were on air. So I sent a message, hey guys, you guys think you know Chivenda very much as a station, all of you. Tell me how much is 1 billion rands in Chivenda. Oh, hey. And then they say me, I don't speak. But there are some words that we don't possess.
Languages, aren't they supposed to evolve?
They do evolve.
I can only imagine when English was not a language formally. When some guy from Spain, I think we had an episode where we actually spoke about this.
I think it was when we're at the other side.
Yeah.
When you did emphasize that it was, what did you say? I think it was, you said it was Totsital and I was laughing.
Slang, yes.
You said
because
it, you actually slang, but you said Totsital and I was laughing.
Totsital of the time because guys were coming together and putting a little bit of German, a little bit of Greek, a little bit of Latin.
I thought you were bullshitting me.
And then we researched this thing.
And we got it.
Yeah. So these guys at the ports, when they were trading, they needed to be able to find a language. So they came with this Totsital of theirs where they only, and those guys never were known to be Tsotsis because they're dealing with money, they don't know each other. So they were never really trustworthy guys that came with this language. Now this is the language that we sit in boardrooms and say, if you speak it well, we take you so seriously, we'll invest all our millions in you. And this is
because
the
you
biggest
speak better Totsital.
You speak the better
English.
Fluent in Totsital.
So the reason why now what I suspect is not gonna help on evolution of these languages going to this part of this thing that we spoke about earlier on. The reason why to block this the evolution of all languages in Africa. Somebody suggested. Should I focus on Africa or just in general in the world?
You can focus in Africa. It should
and
be
then,
very interesting.
And then
Then we can yeah.
Somebody suggested how come we don't have just one language, generic,
in Africa,
instead of using the foreign one of English, which is a Totsital somewhere there that we copied and pasted, right?
Aren't we trying to do that with Swahili?
Yeah, somebody said they had to do the top 5. Somebody Zulu was in there because Zulu was also well spoken. You know, some people from Mid Africa speak isiZulu
They do
when they get here.
I actually just got to find out about that about 5 years ago. Now, there are people that in the mid, but that's where we hail from.
Exactly. There's a Nigerian guy who speaks isiZulu more than me, who's from Venda. Do you get what I'm saying? So they were saying, can't we merge languages? And they were looking at common words. And then it reached an international point. Common words were like this. Let me think of the best common word.
Motu.
For Africa. When I say the best, I'm thinking international.
I'm talking Africa.
Africa, okay. Africa.
But I don't think if I say Motu, I would be so far off from saying a human. Motu.
Anybody probably by the southern side from Mid Africa down here can understand what you say.
Yeah.
But if I say Papa, when I'm in Brazil, in America, in Indonesia, in China,
Mama.
in Australia, in Madagascar, wherever, anywhere in the world, if I say Mama or Papa, they know it's either Mama. It's the same shit. Across board. That's only probably the 2 things that everybody else possesses in the world that they would understand. Who are we talking about? That's international. Now coming back to Africa, you used which one? Muntu. Another one for me, favorite by far, which is generic. Every day we do it. We eat what on a daily basis?
Pap.
Not everybody eats pap. You've got people who eat jollof rice. Jollof rice is mixed with what?
Please tell me.
What do you eat jollof rice with?
I don't know what you mean by that.
It's meat.
We have chicken. We have beef.
It doesn't matter what type of meat it is. It's meat.
Meat, yes.
What is meat in Nama? Nama is Nama everywhere. In the southern side of Africa, and majority of them, they know what you're saying. Even in Swahili, it's Nama, Zulu Nama, so too
Nama,
Chivenda Nama. Who else? Shangan. I'm allowed to say Shangan. Songa,
Shangan, yeah.
Nama, Shona,
Nyama,
Kosa.
Kosa, yeah.
Who else are we leaving?
Kosas and Nyama.
Hey, they like it. Hey, I was there just now.
I love Nyama.
Hey, they
If
slaughtered.
you want a closer man or a closer individual to not speak to you forever, stole them meat.
Ne?
Yeah. Stole them meat.
It's an insult.
It's a huge insult.
I was there just now. Hey, they gave us, they slaughtered a sheep for us, but it has to do with the wedding traditions and whatnot. So that is the word that can combine us, and that's how we can start making our common language, which comes back to the point. And how are they going to work if we're still xenophobic and tribalistic? Because somebody said, can we open the borders of the whole continent?
We should open the borders, actually.
But what are the pros and cons?
Because that's what's gonna actually get us to understand. Look, I don't want to call people naive.
Yeah.
Because really, people maybe they don't really know, where we come from. Teenagers as black people, where you find people now thinking that because they are from the South Point, and that's where we actually all originate from. We do not originate from the South. Most of us, actually, almost everyone here in South Africa, except for the Khoisan, we actually come from way mid of Africa. We just were moving and migrating, until we found ourselves this side. So akunamuntu ozaclaima that, mina ngumZansi, South African, you are just telling us nonsense. It means that you don't know your history. But it is what goes back again to educational system. What is our history teaching our children? Because if our children from back, 1994 is a long time ago.
Yeah.
These are the people who are right now still, you can't expect them to be, people that were then and they didn't choose to research and find out where they come from the 70s, from the 60s. We cannot forgive them because it's still wrong. It's just inhumane to be chasing around people because they speak a foreign language or they say they come from what we perceive as foreign country. It's that we might understand. But those ones from 1990, their history was supposed to have taught them already. Something. So who is to be blamed here? Because clearly somebody does not know. Somebody does not know. But I think the biggest challenge is economics. That
it's politics and economics.
Economics, that you're sitting here, some guy comes, they're staying at a back room, they're staying at some cuckoo, and then 1-2, they've managed to start a business and they're becoming successful. And then you start to feel first jealous. Jealous in fact, jealous. There's no one who says that they're jealous. No one will come to you and say, I'm jealous of you. But it starts to build up from there because now the girls that are looking for a machita are now scanning from this guy. Is
that a derogatory word? It's like a the same thing.
Yeah, it's like
but it's wrong, right? Yeah, but it's wrong. It's wrong.
Yeah. Because now the one guy is on some angeka abe than me. I know him when he came here and he was still wearing those brown slippers and brand hoods. And all of a sudden,
and he's
just surpassed and he's bought himself a GTI. Who doesn't think he is?
It's so funny. Last night, I was thinking about something very funny. I was eating chicken, so I reached that part of the chicken that is not nice. For me it's not nice, the one where there's no bones. So I remembered, I can't throw this meat away, ne? Let me just eat because my hunger doesn't allow me. I'm hungry now, let me eat it. I'm not in the mood of going to cook or to look for meat, right? So I remembered even when we were growing up, we should not do it. We should not throw away food, right? My mother told me, because she said there was people starving in Somalia, right? And then, but those people who were starving in Somalia are now grown-up men who are grown-up men who are now running spaza shops
everywhere.
They're no longer starving, and they call us who? My friend. So I remember about it like that, and then and ironically later on I was watching a movie on Netflix. But that's how it is, and it was not only Somalia; it was Ethiopia, Rwanda. And Darfur as well was one of the countries that was starving at that time. So, but later on, I happened to be watching another movie on Netflix called Collusion. I could be getting the name wrong. It has got I think it was done in Joburg. I think it was a local product of Netflix. They were emphasizing xenophobia as well. What they were teaching, one of the guys who has been about to be banned down. Remember the stuff that they were doing in Deep Sloot, banning people like Operation Dudula, but in the wrong manner. We understand it differently in terms of officializing and documenting these people.
Imagine if you're having to kill a person like that because of your stupidness. Because is it not like you are dumb, you don't know where you come from, you think you are better, and yet you don't have a cent in your pocket. Sorry. And yet you're doing these things to people. The
guy was saying, Uri, South Africans, their problem is that, but this is the movie script now. Ne? I'm not saying it's cast in stone, but he had an element of truth. I could feel it. He says the problem is that they think all foreigners are illegal immigrants, and it's not like that. The reason why we are saying people should go document themselves at Home Affairs is so that we know how many people we have here for service delivery purposes. The reason why we're having load shedding and we don't know how many we are. We've got a number, but it's stupid. It's not accurate. That's all we need. You can if you are visiting my place, and I always say this, and you don't tell me how many you are, I wouldn't be able to make enough food for you. If you just tell us, which is in the form of Home Affairs, to say, we're here, we'll know. Are we 100,000? Oh, we need so much power supply. We don't have to cut it off all the time. We're not saying don't come. We're saying, tell us.
Unfortunately, economically carrying a huge burden. However, it's a big one, because go to Home Affairs and see how many officials are extremely corrupt. That to a point of it being normal. You can go there yourself as a South African and go there and say, hey, I'm in a situation.
You're telling me, I know.
I need an emergency passport. We are burying a colleague who is being buried outside the country, so I need an emergency passport because mine has expired. This is your home. You are now asking for a service that you are paying for. Some guy's gonna be telling you, so
and trap you.
This is how he's gonna trap you. He's gonna seriously trap you. It's just unfortunate. And it's all this to economics. Is it that they're not getting paid enough? We don't know.
More often than not, it's because of that. Or even the police. The reason why they take bribery money is because they don't have enough money to feed their families. They get paid entry-level salaries. Most of them, the ones that you bump into the streets, really need to take extra money for bribery. For me, the way I see it, these guys, the reason why they're taking bribery is because they are underpaid. Whether it's from Home Affairs, SAPS, Metro, police of all over the country, whether it's Durban, Cape Town, Tshwane, Joburg, they have metros in Polokwane, I don't know, of all the metropolitan towns, is because there is some element of underpayment. So what do you expect when you're underpaying people? Let's be honest. What do you expect? Are you trying to tell me that they're going to try to live an honest life? Not even try. Are you trying to tell me that they will live an honest life? Honest job life. Some we've heard of, like, I've seen most of there's some cops that don't want to hear that thing. Don't ask me how I know. It's not like I was asking them. I just heard. I was not there. So it's underpaying that leads to corruption. Because even at the borders, what's this one? What's this one of Zimbabwe? Bedbridge, yeah. You can literally go there and bribe somebody and walk in and out as you please, without even going to any Home Affairs. So, which goes back to the same question that we're asking. The question was, what if we open the borders of the continent of Africa? What are the pros and cons?
Okay, I'll tell you the pros and cons. So the advantage of opening the borders is that we expand our markets for business. You expand your market. It's easier to sell product, service to a bigger market.
But do they need it?
It will depend. It will depend what you sell. But all I'm saying is that you have something here that they might not have there.
Can I give a stupid example?
Something, yeah.
Does the guy at Darfur need Kavela.
I didn't know if Kavela was a South African thing, but if you are meaning it as a wand.
Okay, should I use a South African product?
As a wand,
Does a guy at Darfur still need a what is a location culture, for example? Does it need that?
I don't know. If it's well designed and it fits his image, he might need it.
No, but the reason why most of the people who from location buy location culture is because they're from the actual location, and they can afford to save some money from their grant money buy location culture.
Have you seen how many?
Okay, not from their grant money, but from their.
You've seen how many people wear fubu? Have you seen how many people wear fubu in Africa? I'm just making an example.
You mean original fubu?
Do you know how many people wear Timberland?
Original Timberland or
Africa is very hot, by the way,
But
and
the original.
You go east, it's more heat than there is winter, and yet you rock Timberland. I'm just saying.
And baggy pants.
This your marketing, and I'm making an example now. If it's an open market where it's easier for the guys who are doing it now to go in there and actually sell, as much as right now we are wearing patterns now that come from other countries in Africa, as part of our fashion wear. They will easily have access to us. We can start to trade like that, easy. That's for trade, for businesses, local businesses. We are going to make it, because
that's the good
then
side.
It means we don't need that much. We don't have to worry about customs. We don't really, because they pay a lot, and that's why a person would rather do this. And internationals or big corporates will be able to go, because then they can afford to pay customs. They can afford to pay to do their marketing, and be able to trade that side. We open these borders, we'll be able to free the flow of trade.
Will be easier than when they're closed.
Yeah.
Well, I understand that part, but don't make it. I don't want it you to think. Sorry to cut you there. I don't want you to think
that these are.
Oh, okay. You can continue with that one, but
the pros and cons. Okay, yeah, okay.
I don't want you to, in the thing when you're trying to tell me the good part. I don't want you to think when I'm saying, hey, does the guy at Soweto, the guy at, what did I say, Darfur, worry about wearing location cultures compared to the guy at Soweto or wherever, whichever township in the country. I'm not trying to bash the idea, right? I'm trying to say there are some countries that have got other problems that we are not worried about. That's all I'm trying to say. That's why they're all flocking into South Africa.
As you're saying this, I'm hearing this song. Tum 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 ta ta tum 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 ta ta na 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 na. I've been hustling too hard. Oh, you know that song?
It sounds like one of those Nigerian songs.
Oh, okay. So you know it?
Yeah.
You've heard it in South African clubs?
I've played it.
You played it?
Yeah.
As a DJ?
I forgot the name, but
it's one
of those.
You open the borders. Open the borders, you will see how much you can have all of this happening.
So
but the disadvantages of
this.
It's gonna
Are you done with the advantages? Cause
no, I'm just giving one, because there's
let's
so
go.
many.
Let's go like this.
Yeah, because I don't want to come across now as the devil's advocate. I need to play middle ground here.
Okay.
Disadvantage, unfortunately, it is that I don't know how we'll manage it. I know we've got African Parliament, we've got the AU, African
Union,
the African Union. Yes, However, these guys, the big brothers, our big brothers and big uncles, it's gonna take them a lot to yield power, because then that would suggest one currency, which then therefore suggests at least one centralized power.
Or one president for the entire continent.
Which means somebody is going to have to be responsible. Someone is going to have to now account to that person. And these uncles, big brothers and big uncles, where they're sitting, they are not accounted to anyone. And I don't think they will yield it that easily.
And then how many do we have? How many would this be?
I don't think they will yield it that easily. And if that had to happen, where we say you are going to do it by hook or crook, they will find our other uncles that we don't mention by name from the western, and
we would have from 54 provinces, which are countries, ne? Am I right? Like now we've got 9 provinces which are in one country. So if we make Africa a country, actually one united,
we'd have it as states, maybe.
United States of Africa, for example, would
example.
have 54 states. Think of us having 54 provinces.
Like we can think about it
in the way we have 9 provinces in South Africa.
Yeah, but then the whole country will be a province.
Already we're struggling to manage those 9 provinces as we are now here in one country. So 54 with their own other provinces inside. So these are 54 presidents we need to elect and agree on one guy to lead them.
Yes. They need to account to that person. And it will not just be one guy. Obviously, it will be, a whole new space where there is its own administration,
politically,
its own legal and the works, and they're going to have to account. You think about. I don't want to mention names, but I know of some that when I think about them having to say now they have to account to some person. It's not gonna be very nice.
For me,
and they've got weapons, these guys, and they've got I wanted to take it there. I just hope the big uncle now. The big uncle from overseas. The big uncle.
They'll try to micromanage.
I hope he doesn't come with his boots and start to crash me. No. But those ones have a tendency of when they see this, and they'll see that this is going to threaten them. Because they love us as a market and cheap labor.
They'll slice it.
They want to. What they might do is to even sponsor those uncles that don't want to yield willingly. They might sponsor them with things with weapons of.
We know that very well. I don't want us to politicize this thing. I want us to be very general.
It is politics.
Yeah, the politics are the ones that will block this union. It's those ideas that sound good on paper. Those ideas that you would have like proper on paper, proper. But in reality, there will be this funny things. Let me give you another one on the. Should I? Maybe do you want to do the advantages and I will do the disadvantages? I don't know.
No, we can just say I'm seeing the pros and cons as I think about them now.
Okay, let me do a simple one that we have been experiencing for the past couple of years. There's a king in Swaziland. He borrows money. He borrows a lot of money from us, right? Right.
When you say right, I'm saying because somebody.
Are you
has
scared?
To respond. Somebody has to respond. Respond when
someone
says
right. I'm not asking. We didn't respond. He's scared.
No, the thing is when someone says young tall, somebody has to say sure. It doesn't mean you agree. It just means I hear you.
And then we've got people from Zimbabwe have been jumping borders for whatever reason, right? Coming in here, right?
I hear you. Yes.
And then we've got people from Lesotho. For some reason, they happen to have their own country inside our country. Well, that's just democracy on steroids that was implemented back then. There was agreements and whatnot because of kingship and
but
people.
Lesotho has always been Lesotho even before democracy.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Oh, then we're gonna say Mangope could have remained there. It's fine.
No, but Lesotho.
Okay, I don't want us to be political, but my point is that all those 3 countries that I mentioned now rely on us economically. You're not gonna tell me that we should not add them as our provinces. But now. And those are the first few borders to open. That's practical. That one don't need politics. The guy owes us so much millions, billions, whatever, almost at billions. Cheese boy there. Those ones, everyone needs this thing now.
You're not going to go to Swaziland. And I still want to visit my Swaziland friends.
No, but I'm saying, I'm being practical. This is how you start unifying Africa. If you say, Swaziland, are you sure you're cool? Do you want to join us? Lesotho, are you sure you're cool? Do you want to join us? Zim, are you sure you're cool? Do you want to join us? Then we have a caucus and we discuss this thing. It might take years and years because of political bullshit. And then other countries will learn from us. I mean, there's other countries starting from the top there by Egypt and coming down here, and there's some other rich countries in the middle as well that can have the same dialogue. I know in Kenya, those neighboring countries, they also rely on it. They can always form some sort of a conglomerate to say, yeah, let's do this thing. I don't want us to be too much on politics, but it's possible to open borders on a staggered basis, not like quah.
So you say
one will trap you.
we can start with the SADC region.
More or less, for lack of a better choice, because already, Mega, let's not lie, these people are here. The number that we're saying belongs to South Africa as a head count. It's not an exact number. The last time I checked, it was 60 million. Now they're counting. I can tell you they're gonna go to 80 million South Africans, including newborns of between the 60 million, which was 10 years ago, and now, right? And obviously, some people die in between and whatnot. But the truth is that the number that they're going to show us on census, in the results, the final results, won't be the true number of how many people are in this country. And we know which ones are the influx of it.
What are you saying? Are you saying we should open borders so that
we should negotiate? We should negotiate with the countries that have got more people in our country and say let's open for them, and then let's start it from there.
Because I would say that we're
adding provinces basically.
If we formalize them, if they agree to be part of it, I don't know how you look at it. Saying they should join us and they should come and form part of South Africa.
It's just extra provinces. We've got 9. We just add Lesotho 10. Swaziland 11. Zimbabwe.
That's an idea.
12.
It's a beautiful idea because then
what's difficult there?
Add so much to our GDP.
That's difficult, and we're also gonna go to use their resources. It's not like we're saying they should come only here.
Then they can pay tax and then
do everything.
And then we can then start to see maybe petrol going down.
Oh well, that one you're pushing your luck. And I'm not saying people should start moving out of their own wherever hometown that they're coming from to come to.
We can achieve.
It's a negotiation that we can start having.
Realistically,
that's where the world is going. I can tell you in the next 100 years, everybody from those countries will probably literally decide to move here because we are not forging a proper relationship. We are still hawking this thing like South Africa, we'll go vote, and then all comrades are just gonna be eating, and there's never even a solution. Because half the time, if you check out our hospitals here, most of the births that are being given remember the Magogo that we were with? She was a nurse. She was a nurse, I think, 40, 50 years ago. She retired, but they brought her back for COVID. And she says she watches the podcast. She's going to watch this. No, but even if she watches this, she would want me to say this, right? You know, she's a cool Magogo.
So she's cool.
She's cool.
She's a very cool old lady. She prayed for us.
She even prayed for us, So, but she was telling me that there's more birth of people who are not from South Africa in Tembisa. Right about now. What does that tell you?
But those kids are South Africans.
You mean they're looking at the mother, that the mother is not from here?
Yeah, but the child who's born here in South Africa is a South African.
Yeah, well, but
they will get a South African birth certificate.
Okay, semantics. These are semantics. My point is that
which is what they were doing in the US when they were now keeping the American babies and sending back their parents who are not from there and
no, that's bullshit.
To foster care.
No.
Their foster care has much more advantage for their own children than the parents.
Also, they own the newborn, and then they don't own the mother. That's stupid. No, that you're just no. Fuck, they were doing that.
Yeah,
and I think I've seen it in one of the episodes of Law and Order. So that's for real. Shit.
Imagine how sad that is.
So she was telling me that the statistics across board, when they look at them, we need to make peace with the fact that we are in a common arrangement with people from Zim. I think Swaziland is not even bad. It's not bad. I think it's just bad being managed because of the finances.
You're going to also include Botswana in there because the Botswanas will kill you. Because Botswanas, they really believe that they've figured it out.
No, but the Botswana guys they're not even many. They're not even many. They're like a fraction of our population. In fact, let's look at the population of all of them.
They were like, what is this Matebele is saying about us? That's what they call us. Go up.
They're going to call us. Matebele is the same as like you're saying earlier on.
They made me feel like how we make foreigners feel, calling them names.
Yeah, they have to create their own thing. So I start with the Zimbabwe population count, right?
Why do you have to?
It's around 2. I think I know that one. It's close to 20 million. Let me check. I've checked it before because I once proposed this thing and nobody listens.
As a country, it looks much bigger than South Africa.
No,
So they only have 20 million population.
some countries are bigger, but they've got lesser people.
With the number like Namibia.
Yeah.
Namibia
That's another.
has a situation.
Oh, not 20. I said 20. It's almost 15. 14.86 million.
Are you
right?
serious?
Yeah. There.
So we are big boys, must here in South Africa.
We are the majority. We're like New York of Africa. That's why everybody's coming in. But we need to make peace with the fact that people will keep coming in and stop saying, hey, Dudula.
That Dudula is your friend. Is he not your friend?
It's not my friend. This guy. Even if it's my friend, it doesn't mean that we share the same sentiments. Even if it's my friend, it doesn't mean that we share the same sentiments.
This Dudula ring was just across board. If it was genuine, because I can only imagine how many whites are that need to be tutulat who are not documented.
Do they need us? They don't. Let's skip them. Let's skip Mozambique.
Who is this?
It's Mozambique. Let's go to Swaziland.
Why would you skip Mozambique?
Okay, cool. 30
We
million.
have a lot of them here.
Okay, 30 million.
A whole lot of them here.
They need us.
Huh?
Okay.
These guys, and we need them.
Oh, we need each other. Sorry.
Yeah, because
that was a bit condescending.
Who's gonna be kicking our cars when we cannot go to the Mercedes-Benz dealership?
Check Swaziland. It wouldn't hurt us to join them as a province.
And
we have
a lot of them also in our country. So if there are only 1.16 million,
they're 1.6 million.
I can only imagine.
It wouldn't hurt us.
If you take 20% from that, these guys are no longer 1 million.
Have you been calculating all the numbers? We need to tally them. The last one I suggested was what, Lesotho, ne?
But if you talk
2 million. So already I've got 1 million in Swaziland, 2 million in Lesotho, 3 million. And then Mozambique we had what, 30 million? 33 million. Zimbabwe we had 15. 33 plus 15.
So we're looking at around let's just average it to 60 million.
33. What was the thing?
It's 15 in Zim. It's 15.
Let's use 15 in Zim, yeah? Not everybody will move, will relocate, yeah?
Yeah, let's use the 1.15.
Let's
1.2 Yako Swaziland. 1.2, just averaging it.
Sure. Okay,
and then we go to Lesotho, which is what? 2?
2.
Yeah. Then let's see what we have.
Mozambique, we've got 30.
Yeah, we've got 30.
Should we put Botswana? Botswana, we've got around 2 something.
That's fine.
I didn't count that one because I know it. 50 million people. And then here so far, I'm suspecting the next census will give us 80 million. Eh?
Yeah.
Plus 80.
And 80.
So we need to manage a country of 130 million people. Should we take a break?
Yeah, I think, yeah. 130 million. Okay.
Yo. Sometimes you really need to go on a break because we can talk until we're blue in the face. We just totaled the possible population count of the proposal that I would make. Actually, in fact, I would do that if you vote me as a president.
Are you just a campaign, man? Don't use me. Don't use me. I don't want to be assassinated. I mean, people are assassinating each other just for being councillors, man. Now they're going to be like, he's dead. He's definitely going to be the deputy president and an advisor. So we must take him out as well. Now, me, I don't know any of this.
But do you know that how it's gonna work? If I was canvassing, it was gonna work if it was only gonna work if they are also voting there in those countries. They were all probably gonna vote for me.
Maybe I don't know. I know off camera. I'm gonna advise you. I'm gonna advise you off camera to start campaigning there and say we can bring you in here.
Yeah, but if the government here doesn't allow for this to happen. I'm going to
do this off camera. Yeah, I'm not doing it.
No, but if the government of South Africa doesn't understand if they don't recognize the reasons of having
they're going to tell you about our domestic policies and what they allow.
They're going to say it's a coup. Or what would they call it, a coup? It's a good idea. But I just dissected it to you nicely on a layman's term level. But they're going to come with...
You do not even include Namibia. I'm sure the guy from Namibia is like, why are they not
Well,
thinking about
we can
this?
always find out who wants to join us.
Namibians
Okay,
are the
Mega.
finest people. Man.
Mega, let's not complicate things. We can always find out who wants to join us.
I'll just build my nice mansion there in Windhoek.
You're thinking of a soft life now. I'm saying my solution.
I was thinking from the loot of over 130 million people who are now paying taxes. I'm just thinking of the loot.
No, but it will be difficult for people to loot because the principles now and moral etiquette of society will be different. We'll be having people who are more disciplined in the same society. If you check, some people who visit us in South Africa are more disciplined than South Africans. South Africans, more often than not, you find spoiled brats. Can I give you an example?
What are we gonna do? What are they gonna do? They're gonna start to deal with the guys that I don't want to mention because you're gonna say I'm an ethnic group of people that are bringing drugs and trading drugs here in our country.
It will be more stronger because remember, it's extra provinces. We're turning these countries into provinces.
We are we'll be opening up a market for them as well.
Everything, they become like another Limpopo, another KZN, another Cape, another Free State,
another Kempton Park CBD, another Joburg CBD, another more Sunnyside.
Yeah, but that's based on that's based on the fact that we've been failing to manage the country, and based on not knowing how many people are there. Once we join forces, we will know how to manage these things. Our rates will be distributed evenly. Our job creation will be strategized evenly.
Or we can
thing of saying they're taking our jobs and the person has never even tried to work in their life.
Or we can just get those guys to just come in and trade openly. Like what is it? Is it where's that place? Netherlands. It's in the Netherlands where they've got smoking cafes and they're dealing their drugs nicely and they're controlled. And
you can have
and we get tax from them.
You can have locations that are allowed to do whatever type of drugs. And you control the type of drugs that they're doing.
They're chilling there and they're doing their stuff.
You can have
and
those,
we are taxing them.
You can tax. In fact, it's better to tax the drug than to make it illegal while you're not even benefiting from it.
Can you imagine?
And I'm not promoting drugs, by the way.
Don't smoking weed. Do you know people have been smoking, including you? I can see you're watching us now, and you're high on weed, and you're like, hey, why these guys? But you know you've been smoking, and you're like, why do they make this illegal? Until they said, okay, we'll decriminalize weed.
It's better to make them join our economy than to put them outside while we don't benefit from them. There's no way that you won't benefit as a country. You'll see this thing grow. We just have to regulate. I mean, like same thing as alcohol. At some stage, it was illegal during the lockdown. You know.
Are you having a happy day?
Yeah.
I'm having a great day.
So same thing as alcohol. What I'm saying is, if you check the lockdown, there was money that was lost for tax, but they were bootlegging the nonsense underground.
Do you know how many jeans, how many South African? I never knew, personally, how much gin we have in the country, locally produced.
Yeah, out of the blue.
It
never paid tax.
Everybody was selling gin. There were gins and properly, nicely bottled. Like proper on the money.
It never paid tax during the lockdown. And if you were gonna have this, think of the same attitude that you put on alcohol during the lockdown. It's what you're putting on drugs and Zol now, at least for domestic use, not for commercial use, right? If you release these things and regulate them the way you regulate alcohol, the number of things you can sell, how much you can put, how much, if it's a psychedelic, where you can smoke it, who is the doctor that is sitting there waiting for you to pass out, whatever bullshit, more jobs, more everything. This thing of trying, some countries are doing it, and that's how we're going to build the economy. This thing of saying, the Nigerians, they're drugs, they're doing it because they've got no other way. But we know who's selling the drugs to the Nigerians.
Because I don't know in Nigeria.
He sells the drugs to the pharmaceutical people.
I've never seen them grow opium or all those things in Nigeria.
We know where it's coming from, but that person also sells to the government of some countries, but they just go bootlegging of lying. The same way that they wanted to say cigarette should not be advertised because it's cancer, for cancer reasons. The Zol fixes cancer. So, you see, if you just have a conglomerate, all you need to do is to put your heads together and stop being stuck up. And then that's how we can try to start the first step of merging continents, the countries of the continent of Africa. And then those borders, we can open them for now. Then after that, we'll deal with the rest. As time goes, this process might take, how long do you think it might take?
I don't know. I hope it's
a bunch of elections.
I hope it's still in our lifetime. But
I don't think it will happen now.
We would have started it. It's sad that we know what we need and everybody knows exactly what we need. But Big Brother there in the West with his big boots, we are scared of him. That's the only person we're scared of. Because if we had to go full on and say we are doing this, and we the countries that believe in it, yes, there might be a little bit of resistance in some countries, here
Definitely,
and there.
There's going to be a stuck-up motherfucker.
We'll trap them quickly. The problem is that they will not be stuck-ups and we win them if the Big Brother decides to come in and sponsor them. Because they will sponsor them. They'll even pay people within us to come and work against us.
The same Big Brother that you're referring to, when he's stressed about the situations of the world, he probably takes cocaine.
No, of course we know. He's the biggest consumer of cocaine, that Big Brother in the West. He is. However, he's not one you want to start with, because as soon as you start with him, he will deal with you. He deals with you.
And it's just a regulation issue, like medicinal purposes. If you check, what's this? Let me use the simple one that people take on a daily basis. When you're sick for some stupid thing called flu, okay, not COVID level, but flu, like just generic influenza, they will give you what? They will give you some aspirins, which are painkillers, right? And they will give you some sort of antibiotics, which are on a different scheduling of the pharmaceutical environment, right? The odds are that all those things, the cocaine that they don't want anybody to possess, are mixed in those.
Yeah, that's why pharmacies are called drugstores.
It looks like it's time for our meeting.
We really had to close it this way.
Yeah, he's calling. Should we answer him?
As if you're promoting, yeah.
Should we answer him? Or let's close the podcast.
Let's close the podcast. Yeah,
we'll continue with this one.
Podcast. Okay, the tea was very nice. Thank you very much for offering.
The tea
as usual, yeah. So, but anyways, thank you for watching. This is just an open dialogue where we talk a lot of things that we're thinking about, things that you might think of and you don't want to discuss with your friends, because then you look like a douchebag. We'll be douchebags for you. You can reference us anytime.
NippyCast. We can be a guinea pig of thoughts.
NippyCast anytime.
Okay, thank you for watching NippyCast episode 30-something with Mega, talking about anything but with the majority of the dialogue surrounding opening of borders of the African continent. Ngararo. Check out some other time.
See you.
Hola.
Why are you sacrificing motivation? I want to kill this one.
My erectile is not dysfunctional.
Let's use our president, for example.
Are you over 10,000 kilometers away from South Africa?
Conspiracy theorists.
I can open the door for you to join the Illuminati.
We everyone.